Hey there folks, Mark Johnson from tech-snobs.com. Today we got another first impressions on a device, none other than the Samsung Galaxy S3. Big shout out to AT&T for sending me a review unit. This is their model, and we're just going to get into a few things, some differences between this and the other model I've been using, which has been the Sprint model. And first things first, obviously with AT&T you do have the ability on the back, and you do have the micro SIM card enabled, available to you. Whereas on Sprint you do not, and of course there is the micro SD card. So that's one of the glaring things, when you take it off the back. Outside of that, you really can't tell the two apart overall. But I'm going to go ahead and just say this straight out front. Basically, the thing that impresses me most about the Galaxy S3, so far I've been using it on AT&T, is just the flat out speed. I mean, this thing flies. The network speed, I do have LTE in my area. I'm going to do a speed test real quick. Obviously, going from the Sprint model to this one, and we know Sprint's 3G isn't fast at all, but I mean, look what I'm getting crazy speeds now. I'm getting 34, just got 34, over 34 and a half megs down, per second. So that's great speeds here, for AT&T on their LTE. And hopefully Sprint, once they get to that point, I think they'll have the, the most complete package in a sense where they offer you Dropbox and a few other things. But AT&T's really done a stand-up job with their LTE so far, and this device is it's a wonderful device. I'm going to be doing a full review on it. But so far, I'm going to look at some of the little features that I do like so far. We go into settings. A lot of things that stand out about it's all these motion features you can use. From the obvious screenshot, from dragging your hand across the screen, from the picture, tilt to zoom, where you put two fingers on the screen. They've had that in other Samsung devices. I also like the fact that the Smart Stay, if we go to display, this is one thing that's always annoyed me with a lot of Android phones was, you'd be using the phone and all of a sudden the screen just dims, and it's always seemed to be at like 10 seconds or something. So I like the fact that if you're looking at the screen, it doesn't dim. That's a very good thing I do like seeing. And then, it's just a slew of software options in there. Honestly, there's so many. I'm going to go through a lot of them in my reviews. I'll probably break them up in between, my impressions and reviews, because they give you just a lot of different software, from All Share Play loaded on here. And then as you can see, AT&T has the Navigator. I want to believe this Chat On is from them as well. Let's see. Of course, my AT&T, you get that. You get messaging. And I want to believe there's one more. I think the YP Mobile, Yellow Pages Mobile, you get that. But overall, it's the same device, that's on Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and I want to say US Cellular. So great job by Samsung getting it out on all the carriers. So I'll be back with a full review. But so far, like I said, the AT&T model has just definitely been a pleasure to use so far, because the LTE speed has just been great. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check me out on Twitter at Twitter/atechsnob, also tech-snobs.com, and we'll be back for more info. Take care.